Good morning. Today's Wednesday, and I'm here to give you a word again. Today's word that came out was time out. I was feeling kind of jumbled up this week. So many things going on, so many things you got to take care of. And some just said, take a time out. I was like, oh, okay. So I had to regroup, start getting things back in order, pay attention to the things that I haven't been paying attention to, fix the things that make my days easier and move smoother. Example, like if my garage is all out of order, I got to go in there and put it back in order because we can't walk through the garage if I got everything all on the floor or in the way, can't get to the door, so I had to go in and redo that. I had to take a time out to see what makes my day less chaotic. Because when things are out of order, I'm kind of out of order too. Not quite focused on what I'm supposed to be focused on. So in my time out, I had to go back and fix some things, clean some things, move some things around, start back paying attention to the important things that I haven't been paying attention to because I got so many other things going on in my head. So I say to you, sometimes you need to take a time out when things ain't going right or it's too much going on or you find yourself doing the wrong thing more than you're doing good. Sometimes we got to say time out. Hold on. Let me go back and regroup. When I think of time out, I think of basketball. Kind of was watching basketball last night and how Denver was running up and down the court on LeBron and them. And coach had to take a time out to try to slow them down, to try to regroup themselves, to try to stop the pressure that they was putting on the Lakers. And they probably called timeout about 4 or 5 times last night, like right in a row, because the guys kept coming. So to slow it down, you got to hit that timeout so you can try to get yourself back together and slow down the firepower that's coming at you. So if you're doing too much, there's nothing wrong with taking a break. If it's too much for you and you can't handle it, there's nothing wrong with taking a break. I know a lot of times we want to keep going. Sometimes you got to slow it down and say, time out. Let me get my mind back together so I can make good decisions, focused decisions. I could do the things properly instead of doing them halfway because I'm trying to hurry up and get to the next thing. I come to notice that even Jesus had to take time outs when pressure came up on him, too many people around, or he had to get ready for certain situations to happen. He decided to take a time out. You can find some examples of that. One in Matthew 14:22-23. Then you can find another example in Luke 6:12-13, Mark 6:30-32, Mark 7:27 and 24, and Luke 22-41. All those times he had to take a time out. He had to go on the mountain and pray by himself. He had to pray before he was betrayed. He had to take a time out, get his mind together, get right, get an understanding. If he had to take a time out, then we should take time outs too. Don't be afraid to take a break, to get your mind back the way it's supposed to be. And you can hear clearly and see clearly. And amongst that time out, I think you should reflect Reflect on the good things in life that keeps you going and why you going and why you going so hard. Find the why in what you're doing. And that should let you know you should take a time out anyway. Because if you're doing too much and you can't, all of a sudden you die, you can't be here for your family because you was doing too much. You can't see your family. Your kids got to grow up by themselves. You don't want that. So take a time out if you're doing too much out there. It's a book that I read while you're in your time out. I'm going to show it to you right quick. Let's see. It's about putting on the full armor of God. It's by Pastor Dr. William Curtis. He had came to our church one year, and actually he was coming almost every year for revival. And man, he's an awesome preacher. If you could look him up. I don't know how to get you the book, but if you need the book, I'll try to figure it out so you can inbox me and say, hey, Austin, can I get that book? Maybe you can even borrow mine and just, you got to get back though. So, but we'll figure it out together. But while you're in your time out, you got to kind of put your armor back on or readjust it because you done been through war so much. You got your helmet on, might be a little crooked because someone knocked it to the side. You might have to straighten it out a little bit. You got your breastplate, you know, them fiery darts be coming, you know, sometimes you gotta wipe them fires off, you know what I mean? You got your shield of faith. That's your protection from the fiery darts too, as well, where you sit there and be like, hey, I gotta get these mugs extinguished. Let me get them out. You got your sword of the spirit. That's your protection. That's your weapon. That's what you're using. Your weapon is your Bible, which equals the truth to God. That's powerful. You keep that word with you. It's like your sword, and you take it with you to be able to protect yourself while you in your time out. You got your belt of truth. It's to protect your will. You know what's true and you know what's not true. It's for you to go back and reevaluate yourself and be like, okay, I'm doing this and this and this, but maybe this ain't quite right, and maybe I need to take this walk this way and find a new way to build things up. Then you got your sandals, your shoes. Them ones keep you steady. Them keep you ready. You got to be ready to stand guard and be able to stand in there when the times get rough. So you take that full armor of God, and I promise you, it'll make a difference in protecting yourself and protecting the people around you. So the key to it all is don't be afraid to take a time out. Don't be afraid to talk to God. Don't be afraid to pause your life. Don't be afraid to be the one that needs help. There's nothing wrong with it. Reach out and get the help that you need. And don't forget those things that we just talked about, especially that armor of God. That was this book that I showed you probably was one of the life-changing things in my life. To know that I have all these abilities to be able to affect change, to protect my heart, to protect my mind, to be able to stand in and be accountable for the things that I've done or shall do, or the things that's coming towards me that I could be ready for. But if I don't take that time out and I keep my mind going and going and going and going and going, and I don't regroup, then I can't protect myself. Because then I start making decisions that shouldn't be made, or I ain't talked to God about, or I ain't talked to my wife or my family about, I just move. You can't just move all the time. You can't just make all these decisions on your own. So, hope you have a good day. Enjoy this day. God is love that makes me love. And I love you all. So I say, hey, when things get tough, take a time out, regroup. Have a good day.